It's time for Caleb's choice.
His choice.
His rules.
We're gonna have to like take some of these videos and just make like a Holly dance someday.
I was say every time I'm editing, I'm like, oh, there's her dance. Right?
Yeah, there's 5 seconds. Just piece it all together in different shirts and stuff like that. So, all right, Caleb, you're up, man.
All right, first question. What would you title this chapter of your life? What would the title of this chapter of your life be?
Wow. What's
I
yours?
got mine.
It's your question. You have to
Holly?
answer.
Oh, so she's got one?
I do got one. This chapter would be called The Building Phase. That would be the chapter of, yes, I mean, yeah, going through different things and, you know, the whole, I definitely, mine would be the building phase chapter.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Nice.
What about you, Jeremiah? Do you have one?
I think this would be the investment phase of my life. Investing in my future, investing in the future me and the future family. You know, the same family, but just the future family.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the title of my life right now.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I like that.
I think mine, even though I'm doing like the things that you guys are talking about, is if I titled this chapter, it would be content. Like, no matter what happens with these investments, no matter what happens with, say, this podcast, I am super content in my life right now. I have an awesome wife, an awesome family, awesome friends that I consider family. It's just, I'm a little bit older than probably anybody else here, so that might help too.
A little
I've been
bit.
through
Wow.
Sorry.
but at the same time, I just am. I'm very content. So that's what I would label this chapter. What about you?
I like it.
Chaos? Is yours chaos?
No. Watch your back. No, I'm just joking.
Wow.
No, I would say the be patient phase.
Oh, patience.
Patience. Wait.
Patience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some deep answers for you to follow,
Some
Caleb.
like Jedi stuff.
Mine's just
Yeah.
adventure.
Adventure?
That's like the chapter of your everything.
My
of
life is
you.
adventure.
Adventure.
That's like the subplot of every chapter of his life.
I need that to be my next chapter.
Adventure.
Adventure?
Adventure. To There and Back Again by Caleb.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
He's gonna write a book now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we can write a book after all of this. We've seen it all, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Next question is, next Friday is Black Friday. Do you guys go Black Friday shopping?
No, hell no.
Okay. Wow.
You can pay me enough money to do that.
Have you ever been Black Friday shopping?
No,
Okay.
I refuse to partake. That's just me.
I did once. Straight to Micro Center, straight back home.
Yeah.
My God. In and out.
In and out,
Yeah.
yes. I knew what I wanted.
Yeah, but how long do you have to wait in line? Like 3 hours?
No, actually, that one wasn't. It was maybe 30 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
I have gone shopping, Black Friday shopping. I don't do it anymore. The last time I went, I got a ticket out of the way going to like buy. So
Didn't save any money that day.
oh my gosh, I was so upset, man. He was supposed to give me a ticket for my tent, and they were waiting. And he said, "Oh, by the way, I like your car." I was like, "Dude, did you like my car? Why you pull me over? Just let me off." But,
It's just like,
but on a serious note, I don't do it anymore. I try to get all the shopping done beforehand. I think Best Buy they typically have on sale. You can try to get in there before Black Friday, and yeah, I mean, it's a thing if people are into that.
yeah,
I'm cool with it.
yeah, I like Best Buy.
Holly?
No, I don't. I have in the past, but no, ever since, the pandemic, I am an online shopper. Like, to this day, I know I can go into stores. I just am not, there's too many people, okay? Like, and the sale is not that great on Black Friday. So why am I going to stand in line? I remember, so one year, I think this was my last year that I actually went. There was a TV that was on sale. It was a big TV, and I think it was like $400 or something like that. And we stood in line for hours and hours and hours. And literally, we drank hot chocolate and Baileys.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
In the parking lot waiting. And that same TV literally stayed on that sale for days after. I mean, probably weeks after, up until Christmas. I was pissed. I was like, okay, I'm not doing this anymore. Like,
Yeah,
I literally got it online for that price.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm winning on that one.
Too much.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I don't go Black Friday shopping because I don't like the crowds.
I was really hoping Holly's story was going to end. We were so tipsy, we bought the television and dropped it in the parking lot. But
Oh my God.
that's not how that went down.
Well,
Okay, dang, that would have been good. That
Yeah, Holly.
would have been awesome.
gosh. We got our drink on.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I got
Absolutely.
this question's from my daughter. She wants to know if you guys have ever been in a fight.
Oh, Lord. Is this
Twitter.
yesterday?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Well,
You
since
go
my-
first.
Yeah,
I'm joking. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
For me,
No, yeah, sure.
a couple. Yes.
Did you win?
Yes.
Caleb always wins. That's a
Yeah.
guarantee.
Yeah. It wasn't anything exciting, but yeah, I've been in a couple fights.
You've got me out of a couple fights just by showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I tell people that, like, there was one time I was playing basketball in the city and some people decided they wanted to mess around, and I don't usually back down from anything. So I was like, all right, let's go. And then all of a sudden they all kind of turned away and they just left. And I thought, yeah, look at me, I'm good to go. And I turned around and Caleb was standing there and I was like, okay, that's fine. He showed up. He was sitting down on the bleachers, and when he stood up, he's like 6'8". He stood up and they all went, eh, and they left.
Bro, 6'8", man, 6'8".
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He's
Wow.
giant.
Yeah.
Giant.
So have you been in a fight?
No, not really.
Okay.
Not like that. Just some high school stuff, but nothing serious. I'm pretty easygoing.
Holly, you ever been in a fight?
You guys, I've been in one. And you know what? It was with my best friend.
That seems like a
Wow.
girl thing.
Yeah. Huh.
Mm.
Well, here's the
We
thing.
need to hear this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we both worked at Fazoli's when we were in high school. I mean, I think we were both 16 at the time. And she was, I don't even know what we were mad at each other about. Like, I can't even remember. But she said something snarky to me. And at Fazoli's, I don't know if you guys know what Fazoli's
Yep.
is. It's
Mhm.
like okay. So I was served, like, I was working the register and giving the lady her spaghetti.
Oh, wow.
And she said something snarky to me, and it made me very angry. And so I had the spaghetti, and I shoved it to the lady on the counter, and it spilled all over the lady.
Oh, jeez.
And I went and I
Holly
said,
got
do you,
fired.
I told my friend Danielle, do you have a problem? And she was like, you're my problem or something like that. And she came at me like to
Oh.
hit me, and I grabbed her hair and I like just put her on the ground, and I said, I'm not gonna hit you, but quit your shit. Like,
There you go.
Wow.
trying so hard, and I had her like a whole, chunk of her hair, and had her down on the ground where she could not move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We ended up getting fired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. I thought that maybe that's where that story was going.
Yeah, we ended up getting fired, but we became, like best friends literally 15 minutes after that happened. And the manager was pissed because they're like, you guys, so now you caused all that commotion and you guys are sitting in the parking lot, friends. Like,
Yeah.
you're fired. Like, she was pissed. But yes, that was the closest to a fight, is grabbing her hair. I wasn't going to hit her because she was my friend and I knew it, but to calm her down, the only thing I could do was grab her hair and pin her to the ground and keep her there.
For those people that don't know anything about fighting, if you control the head, you control the rest of the body. So that was a very good move, Holly.
Yes.
Jeremiah, what about you?
Man, have I ever gotten a fight? That's a good question. And it's a very good question because I was just thinking about, like, man, I wonder how I feel to get knocked out. Like, people get knocked out. I wonder how that feels. You know, but have I? Yeah, I've been in fights. You know, I'm a very laid back, cool guy. But you know, back in the day, you know, I was in school, in high school, and you know, things used to happen, man. So yeah, sometimes, you know, you just trying to be yourself. You gotta, you know, fellas, man, they might be a little jealous of you or something like that. I don't know. Maybe, you know, I was a ladies' man back then, so you know.
Ooh, a ladies' man.
So yeah, I've been in a couple fights. Have I ever lost a fight? No. I've been like, I got, you know, I remember, because I used to work out a lot too. I used to, you know, I used to do my thing. Do my thing. And so, you know, and it's funny you say the head, because no one really would like try to hit me in the head like that, but you know, hit me in my body. And I got jumped by like 5 guys, man. And you know, I got a few of them not to go out running. You know, it was a good time. Ran around the school. They ran through the courtyard, and all I could do was do like a Bruce Lee jump kick, and I got caught. And thank God the principal was right there, so everything worked out perfectly. I was good, but it was quite interesting. Now these days, I don't know how well I can fight. I try to avoid issues.
Yes.
Yeah, that's wise.
Older, man. Things just don't work how they used to work anymore.
No.
And they don't heal as fast.
No.
You'll break a rib. Break a rib.
In your knees.
Yeah.
Don't rest of the young people either.
All right, my last question for today is: where's the worst smelling place you've ever been?
Worst smelling?
Worst smelling place you've ever been? I used to live out in Colorado, and there's a zoo out there called the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo. And in the wintertime, their hippo enclosure is rank. It is bad.
The hippos.
You walk in there and it makes you want to throw up. It's really bad.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
The worst smell? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Do you have an answer?
There's been a lot. I don't know.
I was going to say Greg's house.
Oh,
My house.
No, it's not true, Shauna. It's not true.
Oh,
Okay?
no.
I thought it would be a funny joke
Speaking
until I
of
thought of
picking
your
a
wife.
fight,
yeah.
he picked a fight.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you guys have an answer while I think about this?
I can't talk about it, but yes, I will mention another place.
Okay.
I know the kids watch this. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
So I will say honestly, I have to kind of like go with you about that, man. The zoo
Is
has
it?
definitely,
Okay.
yeah. Or you walk in the bathroom after somebody, that's always horrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great vessel.
I got something. Yeah. Now, whenever they like clean the Johnnies, like the moment they're cleaning that and that truck comes by and you catch a whiff of that, that's the worst.
Oh, like the porta potty thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
When you catch it right when they're cleaning it out.
Oh,
Those poor guys.
that's
That's
disgusting.
bad.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Well, we're all plumbers, so you gotta.
Yeah, I was going to say it has to do something with plumbing.
Yeah,
Something
we
that
all plumb together.
Yeah,
Once
whenever
upon a time.
I unhooked something and got sprayed or...
Pulling the hair
There's a
clog
reason
out.
why we
That's
don't
pretty
do it
bad.
anymore. Oh, you
Hair
know
clogs
what?
are pretty funky.
I have pulled out clogs in showers that have been this long and this thick,
Yeah.
and those things reek.
Yeah, they do.
So I would say people's showers is the smelliest
I
place
would-
I've ever been.
I always love those videos where the guy's going to clean it out and show you how.
And they
he
start
starts going,
gagging.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
It is.
It is something you have to get used to.
Yeah.
So you guys are all plumbers.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, we can all plumb.
Kidding me.
Yeah.
So, have you ever thought about like for Halloween dressing up as like Luigi and Mario?
Yes, of course.
So yeah, of course we have.
That would have been cool.
Yeah. No, we all
Yeah.
started doing something different with our lives, and then in our mid to late 30s, we all kind of got into plumbing.
Yeah.
Like he was a tech guy, he
I'm
was
an
a
IT
computer
guy.
guy. I used to manage multiple hotel brands. He was everything from a cook to
Banker.
a banker to a bunch of stuff. And we all had a mutual friend that owned a plumbing company and he needed help. And we all was like, well, we don't know how to do it, but we'll give it a shot. And we all met each other. Well, Caleb and I are brothers, so we've known each other forever. But that's where we met Greg. And he became a brother there. And then
Yeah,
none of us
working on
worked there anymore.
I was working on the
So-
computers. Was what I was hired
Yeah,
for
he was
first.
the IT guy.
Then I got recruited to plumb. They're just
Yeah.
like, "You want to plumb?" I was like, "Okay,
Sure.
Yeah, he was dumb enough to say yes.
why not?"
So my question is for you three.
Uh-huh.
You ever had any like really like disgusting stories like you got like sewage or whatever on you or sprayed in your face or anything
Oh,
like
yeah.
that ever?
Daily.
Yeah.
me not so much, but maybe you guys. I've had a lot of close
Oh, yeah.
calls.
It
The
happens
worst
all the
thing
time.
I've ever seen though was a guy I was working with was taking a cap off of it was probably an 8-inch pipe. I mean, big. And the cap was being pushed off the pipe, so we knew it had stuff in it. And he was a new guy. And as he was pulling, I go, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "Taking the cap off." And before I could say, "Move," like don't stand in front of it when you do that, he loosened it enough to where it just went, "Oof."
Oh,
And I was like, and he instantly just started taking his clothes off. And we got a hose. He's standing there in his underwear, and I'm hosing him down with a hose. And we usually had like coveralls and stuff like that in the van for when it was cold or whatever. And so I put him in those, and he didn't. I don't think he lasted much longer after that. But literally, do not stand in front of a giant pipe that's clogged
You get sick
because
from that,
it's coming
too.
out.
Yeah.
Well, I had a similar story helper. Austin, he did that and he got sick.
Oh yeah, it's
'Cause he got it
nasty.
in his
You better be
mouth.
up on
His
your
mouth.
shots. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
he got.
wow.
Yeah, it's bad.
Oh my God. I can't imagine, man. That right there would change your life, and I don't blame the guy for leaving.
Yeah,
Slow and
it
steady
ain't
wins the
changing your
race.
life for the better. I promise you that.
Oh my God.
Uh.
I don't know. That has to be the worst.
Holly, what's your question? Do you have a good one for us today, or is it going to break our brains?
No, it's not going to break our brains. But what is the craziest thing you want to do before you die?
Ooh. Craziest thing?
Craziest. Okay, well,
You got one, don't you?
I do. I'd love to like get on one of those mounted machine guns on a truck or something, go all Rambo on something. Not on anybody, but just like.
Hey, maybe they'll let us do that when we tear down our podcast studio. They'll let us blow it up with a machine gun.
Yeah, just blow something up. I don't know. Maybe do that and then follow it up with an RPG, just for fun.
So unrealistic, crazy.
Crazy.
I would love to drive a NASCAR in a NASCAR race.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think
my
I'd be any
dream,
good
yeah.
at it,
Oh, that'd
but
be
I
fun.
would like to just go as fast as that thing could go, knowing that I'm in a roll cage and a helmet and all this stuff. And if I wreck, I wreck. But I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be very good at it. But somebody's going down with me.
I'm just seeing Talladega Nights in my head.
There you go. I just saw that the other day. That's what made me think of it.
Shaking
See, and Josh, I don't even see that as crazy because that's something that, like, I know I'd be good at it.
See-
I would love to do it.
200 miles an hour is crazy, Holly.
I don't think so. Like, that's
I
not
think
crazy.
you would if you got in the car. What's the fastest you've ever
No,
driven in a
no,
car?
I have about 170.
Okay, me too. It's pretty fast.
Well, and I used to date somebody who drove a race car.
Okay.
And so, yeah. So I've driven an actual, like, NASCAR race car.
Nice.
That's cool.
And it is amazing. It's so thrilling for me. And I'm like, I could totally be a driver.
Well, you have to be
Totally.
little to be a good driver, so you'd work. That'd work.
I know. See, it
Caleb
would be
doesn't
perfect.
qualify. You probably couldn't even fit in a NASCAR. I bet they're not built for you.
Probably not.
Mm-mm.
Jeremiah,
it
what
would
about
be
you?
kind of custom.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
True. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fastest I've driven was 187, and that was insane. And I had people with me because we did like a rally, and it's just late at night, so it wasn't a lot of cars on the highway, and a lot of these cars are built to do this, so it wasn't like driving someone's Honda or somebody's Nissan. Something like that. But yeah, that was intense. It's a personal car, but yeah, it was crazy. Something I want to do is, and I think this is a great question. I would love to go to space, and yeah.
That's a good one.
Yes, that would be
That
awesome.
was good.
You can have it.
Oh.
I'm not interested.
That would have been my second thing. That would have been my second
I'm
thing.
going to be the guy on the
Yes.
rocket when they have the catastrophic experience. That would just be me.
Yeah.
Still be worth it.
That thing blows up. Everybody goes, "Oh, I bet Josh was on that one." Yep, I was there.
To the moon.
Can I tell a real funny story real fast?
No.
It has to do with speed.
Yeah.
So I had a
go.
buddy right after high school that went to the Army, and I went to pick him up when he got out of Fort Gordon, Augusta, Georgia. I flew down. We drove his car back, and he owned a 1967 Firebird 400. Okay, this thing was awesome, and you could only go about 2 hours on the highway before you had to stop and get gas. So every 2 hours we would switch drivers, and I'm driving through Atlanta, and it's late. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I don't know if they still do this, but back in the early 90s. A Georgia highway patrolman got to buy whatever car they wanted to use, and then they'd put the stickers on it. So this highway patrolman pulls up next to me, driving a Vet, and revs his engine and gives me the signal that he wants to race. It's 8 lanes of traffic through Georgia, and I looked over at my buddy, because it's not my car, right? And I said, "What do you think?" And he goes, "It's your ticket." And I looked at him, and we stomped on it, and we were doing about I said 170. It was about 185 through Atlanta, racing a highway patrolman. And then I started to get freaked out, and I was like, I don't really know what to do. And there was an exit, and I just went, whoa, and he just kept going. So, yeah, it was insane. It was insane. But
Wow.
speaking of that, man, I had to tell that story real quick.
That's
Sorry.
good. That's good.
I know that had to feel kind of sketchy too with the car going that fast.
Oh, it was sketchy, man. And let's just say we didn't make it 2 hours on that tank of fuel. We had to stop and get. You could literally almost see the gas gauge moving as we were doing like 185 or whatever it was. So I think the statutes of limitations is passed on that. So I don't think anybody can come back and get me for that.
I think you're good. I'm an old school guy, classic guy. So I love classic cars. So that don't get my blood going. I got one myself. So I mean, I'm with you guys on that.
That's cool.
Absolutely.
Hey, I went 90 in a Plymouth Neon once.
That's saying something.
The car
That's
started shaking.
really sketchy.
Yeah.
I can tell
Oh, it
you,
was. The car started
I
shaking.
can tell you if you get over 100 miles an hour in a 70s Cadillac, that thing will start to float. Like it
Yeah.
just wants to take off. I was like, okay, no faster, we're done.